Let's talk about the worst films because clearly no one goes to the movies as much as me and sees The Great Beauty and The Act of Killing.
I'm busy seeing Grown Ups 2.
Yeah.
No problem.
So in terms of worst films, is Grown Ups 2 your worst film?
No, the actual worst one is A Good Day to Die Hard.
Nice.
The
Good
Die Hard
choice.
sequel that nobody asked for, that Bruce Willis didn't really even seem to want to be in, and that doesn't make any sense. The plot of it is horrifying. They wind up at Chernobyl somehow, and they're like falling through windows. Basically, John McClane turns into a superhero. And this is the guy who we watched in Nakatomi Plaza in the first Die Hard with glass in his feet. You know, he went from being this really relatable hero to total nonsense. It feels exhausting. Bruce Willis is like basically grimacing at the camera the whole time. And it's just a shame. It's bad to have a bad action movie, but when it's a bad action movie that kind of sullies the legacy of a great one, it's really a waste of time.
And what was your worst
I would say
film?
mine would be Identity Thief. I hated that thing. Something fierce. It's the one with Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman. It is just horrible. I mean, like, it is no laughs. Melissa McCarthy is so, as great as Melissa McCarthy is in The Heat, she is exponentially worse in this movie. She's, you know, irritating. The film itself is just insulting. It's like in bad taste. Jason Bateman is really smug. It's just an awful, awful movie, and I cannot believe it made so much money.
Wow.
It's kind of like depressing that it made that much money. But I would say that's like the worst movie I've seen in like a couple of years. I just hate it.
Wow,
Yeah, I
a couple of years.
Yeah.
I have to say
awful.
the one thing about being in the position, the good thing, not the one good thing, but the good thing about being in the position that I'm in is that I don't have to go see Grown Ups 2. I don't have to see Identity Thief. I didn't have to see Lone Ranger or any of those other big blockbuster bombs this summer. I didn't want to see them, so I don't have to. They all look like garbage, and most of them were, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Lone Ranger though, compared to Identity Thief, is like Citizen Kane. I mean,
Well, Lone Ranger
awesome.
has interesting things going on.
This Identity, but Good Day to Die Hard is horrible. Last Stand is awful.
Yeah,
That was
Paranoia, the one with Liam Hemsworth.
Paranoia, we saw it together. That was a snooze. That's like a
all-
bad airplane movie. I wouldn't even want to watch that on a plane.
A bad airplane movie. Yeah, so I try to think of like the worst movie that I saw this year, and I can't think of something that I really hated. I mean, the worst movie that I probably saw was White House Down, and I loved White House Down. I love White House Down. You hated Olympus Has Fallen, right?
Yeah, that's like the other one. And that one made a ton of money, which makes me double hate it, because I thought White House Down deserved to do way better.
I'm just reminded of something by the producer of this segment in the control room, a movie that I really didn't like. I can't say it was the worst movie of the year, because that's just not true. I really don't like Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, I didn't like that either. I wouldn't say it was the worst movie of the year either.
Good
but I
performances.
also, great performances. I thought the script is so bad and like Lifetime movie, like I just did not like that movie.
Yeah, it's a tragic waste of Jennifer Garner too. I love Jennifer Garner. And
she ruins every moment of that movie that she's in.
I wouldn't blame it on her. I think her character is written.
Not going to have her on anytime soon. Jennifer Garner's not going to be joining HuffPost Live anytime soon.
But Jared Leto, our friend, we loved him in it. He was great.
He was so good. Jared Leto, you were so good.
Yeah, he was good.
I know
he was good.
Yeah. And I thought Matthew McConaughey was great. The performances are solid, but I found its approach to the material felt very independent film 1993. Just like very panicky and very unwilling to approach it in like in an in-depth, impactful way. It felt very scared of the actual repercussions or consequences of the AIDS virus, you know, which is something that I thought was kind of a shame for a movie that's getting so much applause right now.
I think if you want to give it credit, though, it gets out of the way of the performances, which is something that's important for directors to do sometimes. So you can leave room for Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto to build this relationship on screen and to just let that live out, rather than try to get in the way with too much going on directorially. I mean, it's not my favorite or least favorite, but I like it fine.
Absolutely. Before we get out of here, I want to pull up a comment from somebody else upstairs. Kia Macarachi says to the Flume, "Hey, the Flume, you're not an expert." Flume says his name twice. Says you're not an expert to Flume. Okay, that's great. Guys, Chris, Katie, thank you so much for joining me, sharing your list. It's been a lot of fun. Let's continue talking about Oscars in the next upcoming months, right?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
What do you guys think is going to win? What are your picks real fast? Katie?
12 Years a Slave.
American Hustle.
That's what you think is going to win? I'm with Katie on 12 Years a Slave.